If you'd like to see more of our videos, hit the subscribe button to stay on top of the market news. Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today is July 2nd, 2020, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, Amazon and Microsoft stocks break to new record highs in the midst of this pandemic once again. But first, let's take a look at the economic events of the day. So really, today is the major day for the NFP because tomorrow is the July 4th Eve. So tomorrow, the holiday is in effect. So markets will be affected by that. So you do want to know about that. So later today at 2:30 South African time, we have non-farm employment for the month of June, which is really a very important number. Now, yesterday we had the ADP number with 2.6 million jobs created in last month, but the real number will be this non-farm employment change number coming out later today. But looking at the markets, we're looking at the British pound gain versus the US dollar and the currencies. While in the indices, NASDAQ is on all-time new highs, while the Dow Jones is pretty much unchanged, almost par to value. And looking at the commodities, gold retraces while oil bounces to the top of the range at $39 a barrel, just hanging out there. Nothing's changed since yesterday. And lastly, looking at the stocks, obviously we just mentioned Amazon challenges the market higher and taking it up higher, but let's see what we can expect from today's trading. So first, looking at the Euro USD at a 1 hour chart, you can see we're pretty much in a really tight range here from yesterday to today, 1253 to 1264. That's a 10 pip move, really very tight. Okay, so just be aware of the fact that we're getting in a tighter range once again. The market rotation is happening. We're moving more to the equities as being a little bit more volatile. So you do want to focus most of your time on the equity markets as opposed to the Forex symbols. However, looking at the GBP USD, it did rally to 24.92. This is more volatile. So ostensibly, this has much more upside than trading the Euro USD. We're getting close to that 125 right before this number later today. So this could be a catalyst for us really just delving into this higher number in order to sell it off later. You do want to know that this 125 is a resistance-ish level. So if we do break it, we may see it continuing, making that somewhat of a rebound around 126-ish level. I'm not there yet because we're still below this resistance level. So with that said, just be aware of those numbers coming out. Now, we mentioned this yesterday, the USDs are. Okay, it's a 4-hour chart. We're going to take a look at it. This was our downwards trend, and we said we would probably hit right above this 1734 and then sell off. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. We're below the 17-ish level. Now, our next real support level is 1694. Now, again, this is a tight range relatively, but it is breaking out and it is trading within its ranges and trading nicely, okay, as it's trending downwards, okay? So right now, this potentially can make a further correction on the downside. So something to keep this on your radar later today. Now, jumping into the commodities, first looking at gold, retracing a little bit at 1767, but it's still above its 1746. That's my support level. So just keep that on your radar as a potential entry if it does retrace down to these levels. Now, looking at oil, trading at 39.88-ish level. Now, this is altogether a nice little retracement, still on the upper end, but not with volatility, not with any sort of breakout in the horizon for now, okay? However, looking at the NASDAQ, okay, I'm going to jump straight to it. We are at our all-time highs right here at 10,305, breaking out higher. And so with this said, okay, I'd like to see some continued momentum. That's the key word, continued momentum, for it to be a bona fide buy, okay, for it to really carry the market out higher. And this could still happen as we go into the holiday weekend. People are off, people are trading, and they want to see these markets. They don't want to lose out, okay, so people will pay up in order not to lose out from a move, right? Now, looking at the Dow Jones, it's a different story, okay, not breaking out higher, really just on that par value at 25,500-ish level, just trading higher this morning just now as the markets in Europe open. But altogether, it's been in this tight range, okay, at 25,500-ish level, really hugging this area. So today will really be a very important day because if this NFP comes out later today with a very positive numbers, we could see a big rebound even though this virus is still spurging and still surging. The market discounts, these type of scenarios. Now, in 3 weeks from now, we may sell off because, the market, the pandemic is surging again. But for right now, with the information that we have, if the NFP comes out, it could be a catalyst for everybody to say, hey, maybe we should jump in. Okay, so looking at a 1 hour chart, you can see a little bit clearer. We're above this 25,597-ish level, just trading at 25,670. We do have a resistance area of 26,000 and certainly 26,300-ish level, which is the upper resistance. So something to consider going into today. Now, what are the stocks that are carrying us higher? Let's look at Amazon. $2,800 stock. OMG. I mean, if we look at a monthly chart, just to give you a perspective, this is going back to 2002. It was a negative number. Okay. So this has been really the catalyst to take us higher. Now, what is encouraging about this graph is that it's not just a wick, it's a candle. Okay. There is bona fide buying here. There's a lot of people with cash on the sidelines that want to put money into Amazon, because even if we are still going back into lockdowns, people are going to start buying their groceries and goods and services from Amazon because they deliver to your home. Okay. I think it's almost internationally now that you could say this. Okay. If it wasn't the case 10, 15 years ago, it's certainly the case today. Okay. So Amazon's driving us higher. Microsoft yesterday took us to all-time highs, but then popped out at the end of the day, okay, from 206 down to 204. A decent retracement there, but I'd like to see it retrace down to 203 and maintain that line. That would really be a bona fide selection where I could say, hey, this thing is really getting stronger. Okay, so 203 is really an important support line for me as we're retracing down to this 14-day moving average. Okay, really very important. So today is a major day. Okay, so just keep that in mind as we go into today. Now, looking at Apple as well, close to its all-time highs, but taking a little bit of rotation, only about $8 away from its all-time highs. So again, we've got lots of strength in the markets. I'd like to see some follow through, especially if this NFP number comes out positive. I want to wish you guys a great trading day and a beautiful weekend. Thank you.